Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Hunter. Joe Harris is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And for the Spurs, Tony Parker is out there with Dampier. And it's Duncan. Then it's Robinson. And it's Keenan in at the small forward position. Now, always fun to be here for a Christmas broadcast. There is a certain magic, isn't there, Greg, to these games?
Kevin, it's always special to play on a holiday. It just changes the energy entirely. The crowd, the mood of your fellow players, it's just all better.
Now here's Parker. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
Harris, no good. Last game for the Spurs, they pick up the W against the Grizzlies. Parker's shot is off. Rozier with the ball. Over Parker. And the basket by Rozier.
And that's a tough shot against some good defense. Rozier, though, the athleticism to step up to the challenge on that one.
And it's in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Out to the right wing. Lob pass to Duncan.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Rebound, San Antonio.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Parker passes to Keenan. Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
To the inside, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Pass to Dampier. Over Harris. They get it again. Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
I mean, just throwing himself on the offensive glass. Robinson knows he has the size and length to capitalize there.
Now, here's Hunter. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. Harris's shot is off. Spurs leading by 6. Here's Robinson. Hunter grabs the miss. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Yeah, the reserves add another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
And both free throws good for Hunter. The Spurs have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Pass to Dampier. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at San Antonio, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when I look at the Pelicans, they're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent, the chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production.
Now here's Ingram. His last outing, 16 points for him. Robinson with the block.
And clearing the deck, the Admiral, his length and reaction time, so impressive.
Duncan with the block. Parker against Rozier. Parker's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Duncan scanning the floor. Shoots over Toppin. It's deflected, and he stays with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
A tremendous score with the ball in his hands. Duncan, just too much for the D to handle.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
The Spurs making a switch here. Harden's checked in.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate, just sends the ball to an open shooter. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Suns. Rejected by Ingram.
Still Spurs ball.
Harden kicks to Parker. Duncan against Toppin.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to Hunter. Second shot opportunity. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. On the wing, Harris. Back to Rozier. New Orleans moving it around. And that one's good. Ingram.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Parker's shot is off.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
The second overall pick in 2016. Ingram's a special talent at 6'8". He can do anything offensively.
Harden gets the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So with Parker on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. We've got Duncan. Dampier is out there with Harden. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Keenan in at the 3, the small forward.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Harden outside. Shot from 12. Oh, that's blocked. And now here's Wiseman, the fast break chance. We've all heard about some of the unwritten rules between players. Any examples you can speak on?
Well, you don't want to be out there injuring each other. I think one of the biggest unspoken rules is you got to be very, very careful when a guy takes off, how you hit them. That is something you learn at a very early age in basketball.
And you got to respect how quickly Wiseman has adapted to big league play. He hit the ground running and has not looked back, always growing as a player.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Spurs. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Fournier. Here's Sharp and then Sharp with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
The Spurs making a switch here. Sohan's checked in. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Harden, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on James Wiseman.
And at this stage in Harden's career, he's all about winning. He wants to win as many titles as he can.
RJ, the thing about James Harden, whatever your team needs, he can provide at a very high level.
Yeah, beyond the scoring and the passing. If you need 10-plus boards, he can do that for you also. Steals, the man lives in the passing lanes. Each night, he makes an impact in a different way.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Victor Wembanyama has studied all the greats and one in particular, Kobe Bryant. He says, I know all his stats and records, but mostly I admired his state of mind and his philosophy and his approach to the game. When I suffer, when I have a doubt, I wonder what Kobe would have done. And I know he would have done more, so I'm going back to it. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Dampier to stop the run. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter.
Remains San Antonio ball.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Dampier again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. 5 to shoot. And finally they hit one. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Rozier. Again, the Pelicans score.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Shot's good by Dampier. Dampier's got his second bucket of the game to go. New Orleans leading by 8. Rozier looking around. Hunter finds Rozier. A second chance effort and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Shot clock at 6. Hands it from downtown. Rozier's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Shot's good by Dampier.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Harden. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Outside for Wembanyama. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now just a 5-point New Orleans lead. Rozier the pass to Sharp. Outside Fournier. Here's Hunter. Here's Wiseman. Rebound by Sohan.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points. While he's a bit undersized for his forward, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
To the wing right side. Sharp drills it from outside.
Timeout, timeout.
Sharp's got 7 points in the game.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from 3-point range this quarter.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. We're going to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Robinson comes in for Maxi Kleber, and Parker's subbed in for James Harden. Hunter with it. He's picked up by Parker. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Here's Wembanyama. Anchored with a jumper from the elbow. Wembanyama has got 5 points now this quarter. Rozier kicks to Hunter. Fires the three. Here's Sharp. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 10 points for Shaedon Sharp.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Wembanyama left side.
And putting in work on the defensive end. Wiseman's swat providing a spark to his team.
Basket good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Parker with a clean look. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. The Spurs making a switch here.
Larry Keaton, Jalen Suggs.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Wiseman finds Fournier. Nailed from three-point land. Fournier's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans. And Parker, here we go. Outside for Wembanyama. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Fournier for three. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's New Orleans. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. In the first period, their biggest lead was a slim 3 points. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive intensity as they did their jobs with precision, now sitting on a comfortable 12-point lead at the half. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Ball movement was a real factor. They played unselfishly with patience. Guys got shots in their favorite spots. When you get those high percentage looks, good things tend to happen.
Over to Kenny now. Your take on the Spurs.
The energy on D stood for disappointment. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Wiseman's out there with Hunter. Then it's Exum. Then it's Sharp. And it's Fournier in at the two. A nice shot by Exum.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's blocked.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Sharp. No good from outside.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. Love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Offensive rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your Spurs, Larry Keaton.
The first free throw is good. Dampier He's checked in for San Antonio. The Pelicans also changing it up. Robinson's checked in for Wiseman. Brandon Ingram comes in for Shaedon Sharpe. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Fournier.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And that one's good. Hunter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Now the pass to Robinson. Over Hunter. That's tipped. Shamet finds Robinson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Ingram. Robinson down low. Covered by Parker. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Ingram.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Keenan the pass to Parker. Here's Dampier. The shot from 20 feet away. And he hits the jump shot. Dampier's got 9 points.
You got to love the effort from Parker, constantly helping get his teammates involved.
Here's Shamet. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 6 rebounds in the game. Count it, good. Dampier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Oh, my!
Nice finish.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Out to Parker. Passes it to Dampier. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For New Orleans, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Shooting for New Orleans, Dante Exum.
The first one falls. A different look now for San Antonio. Maxi Kleber comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's James Harden in for Dampier. And a change for the Pelicans. Obi Toppin's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Exum hits them both. Here's Parker. He's got 10. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
And Parker's just extremely clever at getting fouls off those kinds of shots.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
Robinson's checked in for New Orleans. And Tony Parker drops them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Exum with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Shamet. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Keenan's shot is good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, among the changes this year is the NBA is granting coaches a second challenge if their first one is successful. Now, coaches had been hesitant to use their one challenge earlier in games, even when calls seemed pretty clearly to have been missed. Downside to a second challenge, more stoppages, but the league may look at other measures to help keep the game moving. Kevin?
Yeah, I like that, D.A. A lot of things to consider, thanks. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Robinson.
Now into the lineup for yours.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. And that one's good. Ingram.
And you've got to respect the level of concentration Ingram maintains at all times. Doesn't matter if he's wide open or pressure. This guy is a lights-out performer. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Exum passes to Ingram. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Down low. And Wembanyama throws it down.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Pass to Exum. Shamet kicks to Exum. Wembanyama against Hunter. Again, the Pelicans score.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Exum passes to Hunter. Here's Shamet. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's New Orleans. 13 points up at the end of the period. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Harden on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Dampier. Duncan is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Parker, and it's Keenan in at the three. And that one's good, Shamet.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That one drops for him. Parker's got 20.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now, here's Exum. Defense is right there. Parker with the steal. To the middle, here's Wembanyama. Tries again. Robinson pulls it in.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New Orleans.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Here's Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's the pass to Sohan. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, Los Angeles Clippers will come into town. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Shot clock at 5. Pulls up. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
And the touch from Ingram on the jumper. No way anyone can stop that from going in.
And it's sent back by Dampier. Shoots. Buries the 20-footer. Dampier's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to him at half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off a shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
Shamet finds Hunter. The rebound by the Spurs. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Launches it, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
For San Antonio, Louis Dampier.
He misses the free throw. San Antonio making a switch here. Suggs is checked in, and he's good on the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Exum kicks to Shamet. A three-pointer off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling. He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Here's Ingram, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
The shot-making ability of Ingram, persistent in how he attacks the defense.
San Antonio calls timeout. Have to like what we're seeing from Baddest One.
Well, he's been destroying them inside, and they need a timeout to figure out an answer or a prayer if there is one.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Baddest One.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
2 minutes remaining.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. Coach not happy with the team. He told him, come on, we have to value the basketball. We're just giving it away. We'll see if they listen, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pass to Robinson. Over Hunter. Robinson misses.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense, take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Drains the three-pointer.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's Parker. Count it. Parker's got 17 points here in the second half.
The soft floater from Parker is truly a wonderful thing to behold.
Shamet kicks to Ingram. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Passes it to Hunter. Over Robinson. Hunter no good.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Pelicans.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Baddest One.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. See you next time.
on my mind. You calculating my pride.